It looks like we women, some of us, we still don't understand our deen. This is your fellow woman pouring out her heart, and instead of us to give her something encouraging, something to cheer her up with her big decision, the kind of comments she has been getting is serious. Mostly, if you want to follow this kind of advices, you rather end up ruining yourself instead of doing the right thing. So guys, let's come to the comment section. That's where my interest is. This one is saying that if he does not afford 2 houses, he is not able to afford second wife. Yeah, somehow I agree with her, and another part too I don't agree with, in the sense that yeah, the person can still marry even if he does not have 2 houses. Yeah, he can just rent 2 separate places, or if it is within the same house, everyone is within their own confinement, their own corner. It's still fine. People do that and they live happily. But the best way for everybody to have their peace of mind is to have 2 separate places for them. So somehow I agree with her, but that does not mean he cannot marry if he doesn't have 2 houses. And as a Muslim, I'm not that strong to take it. Okay. He said it's not easy for first wife and it's not easy for second wife. That has conscience, knowing first wife is not happy with you. Yeah, it's true, but you guys just have to learn to live with each other. It's a process. Yeah, this pain, this feeling doesn't just happen overnight. It doesn't vanish overnight too. So you just have to work on yourself, giving each other the due respect. And I'm Muslim, but I'll never marry 2 wives. Yeah, there are some people too who have that concept that for them only what they want is 1 wife. If you have such a man, alhamdulillah for you. But if you do not get such a man and you get a man who is interested in multiple wives, then you do not have a choice, unless before the marriage, if you guys are able to go on a contract that you don't have to marry again. If the person break that contract, then you know I have to leave because I can't. But if no contract was signed, you cannot restrict the person to just only yourself. It's not possible that way. If the man is a type of man who wants multiple wives, definitely he'll go for it. Then there is another one here. Take her dear says, this is some of the comments she need, but not those who would tell her to go for divorce. Allah say not to endure what you can't. If you knew you can't bear it, don't accept a sister. Obviously, this is not an advice for her, my dear sis too. What Allah is saying is different from what you are saying. Of course, Allah does not want to burden us, but He didn't say if your man marry additional wife to you, it is something you cannot bear. If Allah knows we cannot bear it, He wouldn't have made that law in the first place. So what you are saying doesn't go here, my dear. If Allah knows we cannot bear it, He wouldn't have allowed it in the first place. Since He allowed it, He knows we can handle it. So you have to handle it in the end of the day and get the reward for it, but not to give bad advices to others who are already in it. Allah will see you through. Thank you, dear. This is such comments that she needs. Simple divorce him. This is not an advice, and this is not a means for divorce. No, this is not a reason. Your husband bringing a second wife or a third wife is not a reason for divorce. So this advice should be avoided totally. These are some of the people that will drive you crazy to do things that you are not supposed to do. And at the end of the day, Allah is going to hold you accountable. You cannot go and tell Allah that, oh, I was jealous, that's why I did what I did. No, that is not an excuse. Some are murdering their husbands, their co-wife in the name of jealousy. No, my dear. If you really want Jannah, you should know that murder is a major and serious offense that can prevent you from entering Jannah. So if you want Jannah, you should stay away from such an idea, or even mistreating the person that in a way that you are not supposed to do. This is just out of the equation, because definitely whatever bad thing you will do as a consequence of that jealousy, you will account for it. You should know that. So may Allah give us an understanding, and may Allah guide us. But if you can't handle it, it's okay to be free. If you are saying this, then already you've lost the battle even before it started. If you say my husband has married a second wife, so for that matter I'm going to leave the marriage, then you are leaving the marriage for the second wife. And if you truly love your husband, this is not an option for you to do. You just have to find a way of dealing with the situation calmly so that you get the reward for it. Don't endure what you cannot take. It's not easy, but definitely this is not an advice. If you say she shouldn't endure what she cannot take, then indirectly you are telling her to leave the marriage. And if you love your husband, as I said, you only do things to make him happy, so that you will be the love of his life, but not to do something otherwise. Just leave, girl. This aren't worth your tears. Oh yes, it's worth it. Allah will bless her, and she is getting reward for the tears she is sharing. And she won't share these tears forever. If they work it out, it will be a happy relationship. Divorce, another man will appreciate you. And you think this is an option? How many women are out there? If everybody wants a single man, what's the ratio of man to woman these days? Do you think everybody will get their own husband? Or do you think the law Allah made is in favor of us? It's in favor of us women. If you are the one coming, you've been waiting for marriage for years, and you get that opportunity, you will surely grab it. So we shouldn't think that, oh, I'll have my own man, I'll have my own man. Oh no, that ratio will not continue forever. Definitely it has changed a long time ago, and we should understand that. I think it's a lot. You should be rewarded for your patience. MashaAllah, this is such a good comment. This is things that she needs. And for the men, if you are going in for it, know that be prepared to be just. May Allah help us all, and may Allah guide us. Salam alaikum.